Hey guys, I'm Erik Peterson and I'm a men's dating and relationship coach for 𝗧𝗵𝗲 And today's attraction tips video is called Should You Ever Ignore Your Ex? Now, if you've watched my videos about breakups and reattraction, I always say that you shouldn't ignore your ex if you want her back. And I do still agree with that, but my attitude on this has changed a bit after coaching many of you and because I've learned of some new situations that don't always fall into a neat, pretty box. Now, part of the idea of responding to your ex when and if they do begin to reach out to you is to communicate that the door is open if they're interested in a reconciliation, but without you being too eager. Plus, it's a good opportunity to show her through your actions and your attitude that you're a new man. But what about those situations where you do respond or answer, but she's not making any effort in reconciling or going out on a date with you? What if she's just continuing to contact you because she enjoys your company and the connection? What if she's just using you to make the breakup easier on her while she goes and explores her options with other men? What if she's just playing games because she knows that you're still very much into her? In any of those situations, you're really just wasting your time with her. And before you know it, you'll find yourself in the friend zone, pissed off that you continued to give to this connection without getting anything in return. You may even be putting other girls on the back burner because you think it's going somewhere with this girl because she's the one that you really want. In other words, you'll be thinking you're making progress while she has zero intention of ever turning this into any sort of romance again. She's just there for your friendship, whether she tells you that or not. You know this because she's not making any real moves in your direction. And this is why you always want to be pushing for a date, because if she's not making an effort to see you, she's not interested in you romantically or sexually any longer. So in this attraction tips video, I'm going to be discussing when, if ever, should you ignore your ex completely and how this can affect any potential future with your ex. But if you guys need my personal help and you're interested in some private coaching, please head over to my website at 𝗧𝗵𝗲, click on the coaching tab. There you'll see that I have several options for you to choose from. I offer standard email coaching as well as emergency email coaching, which includes a response from me on weekends and holidays. And I also offer bi-weekly and monthly email coaching where I'll work with you throughout that time period. Additionally, I offer phone coaching for my North American clients. Now, if you live outside of North America, I will have something for you very soon. So just hang in there, but email coaching is always available if you can't wait. And one of you guys called me out on my last video about how long you're going to have to wait for this, because I've been saying for people outside the US that I don't have anything for you yet. Well, I'm going to really try to get that set up this week. It's not that difficult. It's just takes some time. But anyway, I'll post the links to both my contact page and my coaching page in the description down below. Okay, so let's say that your girlfriend broke up with you for whatever reason. You didn't want the breakup, but there's really not anything that you could do about it at this point. So if you follow what I suggest, you tell her that you're not on board with this and you would like to work it out with her. But if she's dead set on the breakup, then she should get in touch with you if she has a change of heart. Then you go no contact indefinitely. You do not speak or text her for any reason unless she initiates contact first. Now let's say it's been about a month and she reaches out to you. You greet her with an upbeat and playful attitude, as you should, flirting with her a little bit, but then you tell her that you would like to see her and ask her when she's free to get together so you two could catch up. She declines your invite, but you're not completely upset because, hey, you're focused on improving yourself and a majority of your time is dedicated to that anyway. Plus, with all this self-improvement, you're going to be feeling a lot more confident, maybe even going on dates with new women. And you would love to see your ex and have the opportunity to rekindle the romance, but you know this is a process that can't be rushed. At the same time, you're not really waiting for her, but it would be nice to give the relationship another chance. And by the way, this is exactly how you should be handling the breakup. I have plenty of videos that cover this. If you haven't watched them yet, I highly recommend that you do, or that you just tap or click on the playlist tab for this channel and take a look at the breakups and the no contact playlist. There's a wealth of information in there. Now, let's say a few weeks or a few months later, she reaches out again. She tells you how much she misses you and maybe shares her regrets or mistakes that she made in the relationship. And it sounds like she's slowly coming around, right? Perhaps she's interested in a reconciliation, but there's a pretty good chance she's never going to tell you this because she wants to save face and not feel dumb for making such a big mistake by breaking up with you, or she's just fearing rejection. So you tell her again that it would be great to see her and catch up. I mean, after all, you did spend a lot of time together and most likely became very close to one another. She seems tempted, but again, she declines. At this point, it's not a good idea to try to get together again, since you've already asked her twice and she rejected you twice in a row. From here, it's up to her to arrange something, because if you keep asking her, it's only going to come across like you're chasing her, which isn't very attractive coming from a high-value man such as yourself. So again, you politely end the conversation, telling her to keep in touch. You begin to notice that she's slowly contacting you more and more, but no suggestions of getting together or giving you any signs of a potential reconciliation. And now you're starting to get confused. Well, why is she still contacting me if she doesn't want to see me or rebuild the relationship? And that's a question that anyone would be asking themselves in this sort of situation. Regardless, you continue to flirt and be playful with her. And by doing this, you're just reminding her how much fun you are and what she's missing, but you're still getting nothing in return. You're realizing that this is just wasting your time and keeping you in the same place emotionally. I mean, you're not going to be able to completely move on when the girl that you love is staying on your radar and trying to stay in your life, but not making any effort to rekindle it or to even see you. And it's going to be really difficult to not think that something will happen at any minute. But the truth is, it will most likely not happen when you're being so overly patient like this. So you simply tell her something like, hey, look, I would love to see you, but I'm just not interested in being a chat buddy. I don't want a phone ship. So I would appreciate it if you don't contact me anymore unless you want to get together. And she'll most likely be upset about this, maybe even try to lay a guilt trip on you or shame you for not being her platonic phone friend. But you have to put yourself first here. I mean, think of it like this. Women, they have boyfriends and they have girlfriends. And if you're not sleeping with her, then you're really only her girlfriend. And I'm sure that's the last thing that you want, is to be considered her non-sexual male gal pal, when deep down you really desire her both sexually and romantically. Now, if she continues to call or text, do not answer or respond to her, because all she's doing is testing you to see if this is for real, and if you cave, she's not going to take you seriously. Believe me, I've been in a similar position before, and all that's going to happen is that she'll slowly lose respect for you because you're not standing your ground. And when a woman loses respect for a man, she's also losing attraction for him. And this will only make it more difficult to re-attract her in the long run. Plus, at this point, the chances of re-attracting her are quite slim. But either way, it's still your best option. Now, women typically respond to what's called dread game. Now, dread game is simply you instilling some sort of dread in her. In this case, it's the dread of never seeing or talking to you again. The thing is, you're not playing some game here. You're simply moving on, and the only way for her to stop you from moving on is to do something about it. So you're not going to respond to her unless she says or does something significant. Her sending you a text message saying how much that she misses you is not significant. She's only trying to get you to cave so she gets what she wants, which in this case is your time and attention, and which are your two most valuable assets. Now, do you guys remember the video I just recently did called Your Attention is Your Currency? As I've said before, you never reward women with your time and attention when she's behaving in ways that you don't like. You only reward her with those things when she's making time for you and investing in you. Girls thrive on attention, and not just from men, but in general. And when they have any sort of attraction for a man, you not giving them the attention that they crave from you will often cause her to begin investing in you, or at least investing more into you than she already was. But that's only if she actually cares enough about you. If she doesn't care much, then you could expect her to do none of those things, in which case you're already moving on and not putting an ounce more effort into this dead-end relationship. Because you're going to regret it if you do. Trust me on that. Now, when else is it acceptable to ignore your ex? Well, it's not just when she breaks up with you, but also in the case where her own actions, or lack thereof, was the cause of the breakup, meaning that her actions force you to break up with her. Maybe she's been disrespectful for a while, and despite you warning her that you're not tolerating this from her, she continues to do it anyway, and you decide to walk away. Or perhaps she cheated on you. At least in that case, I don't recommend ever giving her the time of day after she cheated, because you'll never be able to trust her again, and she will never respect you again. And I actually just did a video about this called If She Cheats, She's Done, which I recommend you checking that out if you were cheated on. What it all really boils down to is that if she has pushed you so far where you decide that you're done and it's time to walk away, then you really want to consider not responding to her attempts to get back together with you, because it's highly likely that she hasn't changed at all. I mean, a real threat or dread of losing you forever could absolutely change her outlook on this. And let me just say, none of this is easy. In fact, if you really care or love the girl, it'll be pretty freaking far from easy. And this is just one of those situations where you have to be super strong, because if she cares at all, she's going to try and get you to talk, because she doesn't want to lose the connection. And I'm sure you don't either, but by this time, either she's put restrictions on it, meaning she's not willing to see you, or as I just mentioned, she's pushed you way too far, and it's not worth giving her another chance unless she makes some significant changes. Unfortunately, in most cases, she won't make the necessary changes. I mean, women are treated like the prize in this world simply for existing, so why would she change? She'll most likely think that you're a jerk for not bending to her will, but at least you'll be the jerk that she respects and not some peon that she feels she could walk all over. I mean, which one would you rather be? So, if and when she continues to reach out to you, remind yourself that you are the prize. And if she's not treating you that way, then there's little point in you continuing to invest in her. And keep in mind that a woman using you as her emotional tampon, you know, the guy whose shoulder she cries on, or the guy that gives her all the attention that she craves, the guy who validates her, but in turn she never really gives much of herself to him, is the equivalent of a guy using a woman for sex only. I mean, women don't think of it this way, or even really think what they're doing is a big deal. But just as men don't think that it's a big deal to sleep with a girl who he has little interest in and then head out the door once it's over. Now, I'm sure you don't want to be that guy, especially if she's weighing her options with other men, because when she finally meets that guy, you'll no longer be relevant to her. She'll dispose of you quicker than you could say, "But I was there for you." So again, if and when she continues to reach out to you, remind yourself first that you are the prize. And if she wants the prize, the door is open for her to win you over again. But unless she's actually putting some sort of effort into doing that and earning you back, your time is better spent improving yourself and meeting and dating new women. This will either cause your ex to really start taking action, or she will just let you go. And if you're so unimportant to her where she'll easily let you go, I mean, do you really want to be giving your time and energy to that girl anyway? I mean, while it may be painful at the time, you're much better off finding a girl who will fight to keep you. So, if you found this video helpful, or any of my videos helpful, I would really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up and for you to share it with any of your friends and family. And I'd also really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button down below and tick that little bell symbol next to it so you get real-time notifications of when I upload new videos. And in the description down below, not only will I have a link to both my contact page and my coaching page, but I also have a PayPal donation link or my Bitcoin wallet address if you deem this video worthy of a donation. So that's it for this video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.